Have you ever watched your dog sleeping? Paws twitching, nose wiggling, maybe even letting out a tiny bark, and thought, okay, what on earth is going on in that head right now? Because it really looks like there's somewhere else, somewhere vivid, somewhere alive. And that question, are animals actually dreaming? Turns out to be way more interesting than it sounds. Today, we're diving into the secret nighttime lives of animals. Not the cute surface-level stuff, but the real neuroscience, brain waves, REM sleep, memory replay, emotional processing, the same mechanisms that shape our dreams showing up in places we never expected. Let's start with the big one, REM sleep, rapid eye movement. That strange brain state where humans dream the most intensely. Your body goes still, but your brain lights up like a city at night. For a long time, scientists thought REM sleep, and by extension, dreaming, was a human-only luxury, then maybe a mammal thing. Turns out, that idea didn't age well. Using EEGs and brain imaging, researchers started noticing something familiar in animals. During sleep, their brains weren't powering down, they were replaying. Dogs, for example. When a dog enters REM sleep, the same motor regions that activate while running suddenly fire again. The paws twitch because the brain is literally sending out movement commands, just blocked at the spinal cord. So no, your dog isn't randomly glitching. There's a decent chance they're chasing something, or running towards someone they love. Cats, even more interesting. Cats are ambush predators, and their dreams reflect that. Subtle tail flicks, tiny jaw movements, a body that stays mostly still but tense, like a hunter frozen in tall grass. Their brains, during REM, activate regions linked to stalking and spatial navigation. In other words, their dreams might be less chaotic than ours, more focused, more tactical. Now, let's leave the fluffy mammals behind and talk about something that feels almost unreal. Octopuses. Octopuses experience a sleep-like state where their skin rapidly changes color and texture, not slowly, rapidly, almost like a visual language flashing across their bodies. Here's the wild part. These color patterns match the same ones octopuses use when awake. Camouflage, threat displays, hunting modes. So what's triggering them? There's no predator, no prey, no environment change, just the brain, which suggests that octopuses may be visually dreaming, their skin acting as a screen for whatever's happening in their mind. That's not just dreaming, that's broadcasting a dream. Birds bring another twist to the story. Songbirds, in particular, rehearse their songs while asleep. Their brain activity during sleep mirrors the exact neural patterns used for singing when awake. Some birds even softly vocalize mid-dream, which means sleep isn't just rest, it's practice. Dreams, in this sense, are like a rehearsal room, a safe space to refine skills without real-world consequences. And yes, even reptiles join the club. Alligators and turtles show alternating sleep states that look eerily similar to REM and non-REM cycles. Their brains switch rhythms, their posture changes, their responsiveness drops. Dreaming might not look emotional or cinematic for them, but the structure is there. Which brings us to a bigger question. Why dream at all? Dreaming appears to serve three major purposes. First, memory consolidation. During sleep, animals replay important experiences, successful hunts, dangerous encounters, social interactions. The brain strengthens useful connections and weakens the noise. Second, emotional regulation. Dreaming helps process fear and stress. Animals exposed to threats during the day often show intensified REM sleep afterward. It's like the brain saying, let's deal with this safely. Third, evolutionary advantage. A brain that can simulate reality internally doesn't need to make every mistake in the real world. Dreaming becomes a biological sandbox. Now things get futuristic.
AI and machine learning are beginning to recognize patterns in animal brain activity during sleep, not translating dreams, not yet, but identifying structure, repetition, themes. We're inching closer to answering a question that once sounded ridiculous. What is another species actually experiencing? And with that power comes responsibility. Studying animal dreams forces us to confront consciousness beyond humans. If animals dream, they imagine. If they imagine, they have inner worlds. And inner worlds deserve respect. So the next time you see your pet twitching in their sleep, maybe don't laugh it off. They might be running through a memory, rehearsing a skill, or reliving a moment that mattered to them. Because when the lights go out and the world goes quiet, we're not the only ones dreaming.